Paramsukadam Kevalam Yanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganashadasham Tatpamasya Dilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Dham Namami. Nithyananda. Hi, this is Nithyananda. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to share with you a really powerful and beautiful quote from Swamiji, and then I'll give you some insight on this quote. He says, understand, everyone will want you to show your powerlessness to them. Only Guru wants to see you always in powerfulness. Guru wants to see you always powerful. He neither wants you to have powerlessness nor wants you to show your powerlessness. Other than Guru, everyone wants you to show yourself powerless to them, because only when you show yourself powerless to them, only when you are powerless in front of them, they can take over you. But with Guru, only when you are powerful, I can take over you. Only when you are powerful, I can manifest through you. There is no taking over in Guru-disciple relationship. There is only manifestation. So it's a very important truth, and something that it should be explained and expressed, because often I've seen many people criticize gurus and criticize what they're doing. And I've even seen gurus put their disciples in powerlessness. I've even heard some tell their disciples that they shouldn't have a third eye awakened, that it's bad, and they shouldn't have Kundalini awakening, and they shouldn't read the Hindu scriptures. Then what are they a guru for? What are they calling themselves a guru, and what are they teaching people? The Vedic tradition is founded on powerfulness, because Hinduism is created for people to reach that higher level, to expand and realize the oneness with Sadashiva, the oneness with the universe, and to be powerful human beings, because we are divine beings, not powerless beings as we're now pushed by society to be. That is why these gurus are saying, don't open your third eye. Kundalini awakening is bad. And all of these negative press, basically, that they're getting. All these media mafias are saying negative things against Hindus and gurus. And I'm going to address this often, because it's wrong. Because my experience and the experience of thousands of disciples of His Holiness, Paramahamsa Nithyananda, will stand up and tell you, each one with a beautiful, unique story of how Swamiji has entered into their life in such a beautiful way. And because they met him, and because he introduced them to Hinduism, they have become powerful beings. And now, with the opening of the third eye and transmitting the Shaktis, the powers of Sadashiva, powerfulness is our middle name. And anybody that tells you otherwise wants to control you. Because only in powerfulness we have clarity, we have that connection with ourselves. We live in a space of knowing ourselves. What is our life's purpose? What is important to us? What are we doing? And we have that understanding and connection and that oneness with Sadashiva, that oneness with our Guru, His Holiness, Paramahamsa Nithyananda, with Swamiji. He is already a divine being, and he's only wanting to raise us up to the same level. That is why he's doing all of this. That is why he's reviving the Vedic tradition, the temples, the Goshalas, the Gurukuls. That is why he's transmitting the powers of Sadashiva. That's why he's reviving all the scriptures and getting his hands on as many old manuscripts and palm leaf scriptures as possible. So all those can be translated into English and even preserved so that they can be shared with the whole world. So the whole world will know the glory and the truth and the science that is provable behind the Vedic tradition. So I am very much, with my own life, can tell from where I started 7 years ago, before I met Swamiji, to now, how my life has changed so much, and how I've moved from that space. I can't say I'm continuously 100% powerful all the time, but I know that when I am having a moment of powerlessness, I understand where it came from, why it's there, and I know that I can immediately then overcome it. Because now I have that awareness. and the understanding of myself and about life. So it's only for me now a continuous training myself, a continuous training. It's not a weakness and where I fall into some depression or I run off away from my problems. I can stand tall and understand, for one, that any feeling of powerlessness comes out of something which you cognized about yourself earlier, or a belief you have about yourself that is an incompletion based on an event that happened in your life. Powerlessness is also based on, let's say, an anger or a violence. So what is that coming from? There's no reason for any of that, because with powerfulness we understand many things about life that we're not the body itself. That when we leave this body, we will either move on to another one or we will have liberation. Then we don't have to feel powerless about anything because we can't be violated. Because our consciousness remains. Our consciousness is untouched, pure, and eternal. Nothing can change that, no matter what happens outside of us. So understanding these fundamentals and the fundamentals of Hinduism, because Hinduism introduces you to those things and to who you really are. And it allows you to be in that space of powerfulness. So I always find it funny because so many times people comment on my posts or other people's posts saying nonsense. The media, I've heard so many things they said. And they're just trying to deter people away from the gurus, from the guru-disciple relationship, so that they can control what people know and believe about themselves. Because what they're telling people about themselves is wrong, and it's made to keep them low and in powerlessness and in control, even from what is eaten. The terrible chemical-filled foods that makes people dull, that makes people ill, and that makes people rely on society in order to get health care, to get help. And it's just about making money. It's not about making people raise into their higher self. So I just want to share that because I will not tolerate anything. And actually people, if they say things to me, I don't care. So many derogatory things. People say, telling me, that I'm wrong to follow a guru and why, and I should go back to my country, and Swamiji's this, that, this, and all kinds of things I'm hearing. I don't know what people have nothing better to do, I'm sure. I mean, because really, get a life, So many people are telling how much Swamiji's changed in their life for the better, and how much they're evolving as human beings and as people, and so many things he's doing that are amazing, as I've already mentioned. And people just are so, I don't understand it actually. They can't handle it. They can't handle somebody who is totally 100% giving their whole life and energy to others. They can't understand how there's no vested interest in that, because they're only seeing the world as having vested interests and only seeing the world as maybe a negative place. They don't understand all of the amazing things that are in the world itself and in nature. They just want to destroy, grab, and possess. When you're that kind of a person and you're trying to be in control and possession of others, that is not a freedom. And that is somebody who's taking advantage of you and your own life. But you don't have to do that. You can break free of that Maya matrix. And you can come in to your own self-realization. You don't have to rely on those things. You can break the grid, break the mold, and come out of it. And understand the higher truths of life. And it doesn't take much. You can just start by listening to Swamiji's teachings on YouTube and see what things click with you. And the more and more you start to understand how those things click with you, not just on a logical level, but at a being level, you will just know he is right. Wow. That's how you'll be. You'll be like, wow, that makes such sense to me. Because that is the beauty and the power of each word that Swamiji says, because it is truth, it is reality, it is from the cosmos. With other speakers and orators and teachers, they're just regurgitating some positive quotes, some comments to you. But it's not at a being level. That is the difference when you're working with a guru, especially an avatar like Swamiji. His very everything, even the smallest thing that he does, the smallest gesture, carries a meaning, carries an energy, and he's doing something for someone somewhere. I know that. So many times I've seen. So it is not just an empty motion or word that he's doing. It is filled with the cosmos, the energy of life. So log in, go to his website today, to the YouTube page, and just start watching a few of the shorter videos. From the oldest to the newest, everything has a click for me. But I know that you'll definitely find some things, even do a search on topics you might be interested or things you need help with. And you'll see how it makes such a difference in your life to hear the words of a great avatar and the power and energy behind those versus just some guy talking some positive thinking techniques. So I'll include the links below. Check them out and let me know how you feel and what comments you have. And not just some comments from other people, but I want actual comments from people who are seeking and they actually have questions. Other than that, I will ignore you or I will send Kalabarava after you. One of the two. Anyway, thanks for watching today. Nithyananda.